Start from where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can do. Hi, this is Kalpana Reddy from Krishi High School. Today I am here to discuss about Class 8, Chapter 2, that is Energy from the Earth, Part 2. So before moving into the topic, I would like to wish you all a happy and a healthy morning, children. Hope everyone is doing good. And I just wanted to insist you people, children, so whatever the sessions we are uploading, or like whatever the videos you're viewing, kindly cross check it in your textbook, children, because unless and until you don't understand the content what is being explained in the videos, you can't move on to the next videos. You will not get 100% what we are telling exactly, even if you view the video also. So what I mean to tell you is, whenever we complete the session, after that immediately you just take out your textbooks, open the lesson and read the topics what is being explained in the videos once again, and highlight the points, the important points what is being explained in the video, so that, and try to understand the content perfectly. Okay, children, because unless and until if you don't understand it, for the upcoming videos you can't get it in 100%, right? Is that clear to you, children? Okay, so let's move on to the topic. So as said, today's topic will be about the chapter 2, that is the energy from the earth. So in the previous session, what we have discussed about the, like I would say, sun rays and solar radiation, greenhouse and heat balance, isn't it, children? Okay, so what about today's session then? Today's session we are going to discuss about the temperature of atmosphere, high and low temperature, recording temperature. Different places have different temperature, height and temperature in places near and far from the equator, right? So these all are the like topics what we are going to discuss in today's session, right? Okay, so first we'll talk about the temperature of atmosphere. So generally, let's have a small conversation. The thing is, like, whenever you're feeling uneasy, or if you're feeling like, if you feel that your body's temperature is high, so what exactly you do immediately? So if you're like, if a thermometer is available in your house, you will take the thermometer and you will check your body temperature, right? But if it is not available, we'll move on to the hospital, right? So what exactly the thermometer shows? Thermometer shows the, it is an object which is used to measure the hotness and the coldness of a body temperature. Is that clear to you? Thermometer is nothing but it is the object which is used to measure the hotness and the coolness of a body temperature. Now here what has been given in the next slide, the temperature of a atmosphere. Generally the temperature, there will be a lot of difference in the atmosphere also, children, and even the temperature varies from place to place also. So even if you take our Hyderabad only, during summer season the climate will be different, during winter season the climate will be different, monsoon and other seasons also. But when, say for example, if you're not belong to Telangana, if you're not just, you're like, I mean, say for time being you're residing in Telangana, actually you belong to some other state, or like your hometown is some other state. So when generally when you go like I mean to say to that your hometown during some occasions, so the climate will be different again, isn't it? So you will feel the variation. Yes or no, children? You will feel exactly. Yeah, we will feel it. So we'll feel the like variation, and sometimes our body will not survive, or our body will not support to survive in that particular climate also, because we got habituated in living in the atmosphere what we have exactly in Hyderabad, right, children? So even there is a difference, lot of difference between the temperature when it when the place differs. Okay, when the when we are moving from one place to another place. Okay, children. Now here the table what is given on the screen, it shows the guess temperature and the actual temperature. See, if you take a bucket of water, so we will assume that the temperature will be somewhere around 30 degree, but if when it is measured, then it will be somewhere around 35 degrees. Same ice, 0 degree to 0 degree. Glass of cold water, if you drink if you drink a water, if you have if you have a water from the fridge, so there will assume that okay, it will be somewhere around 25 degree, but the actual temperature will be 20 degree. Then bath water will be 40 degrees Celsius and 45 degree. So here two columns are there. One is the guess temperature and one more is the actual measurement. Is that clear to you, children? Okay, now high and low temperature. Generally, the scientists, they have recorded the highest and the lowest temperature on the earth. Okay, so let's see where exactly it is. So the highest temperature is recorded at Azizia, that is in Libya, okay, which is in Africa, and it is recorded 57.8 degrees Celsius in the year, like in the year 1922, in the month of July. So that was the highest temperature. Okay, it was recorded in Libya. Currently it is Libya, and the temperature was somewhere around 57.8 degree Celsius in the month of July, and the lowest temperature was recorded at Vostok station in Antarctica, that was minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. So that was in July 1983. So generally in Hyderabad, if the temperature is going somewhere around 41 and 42 only, we will be so uneasy. We will feel like moving to some hilly stations, or like we will prefer AC, refrigerators, coolers, etc., etc. Isn't it, children? So you can imagine if the temperature goes up to 57.8 degrees Celsius, it will be very it will be very, I mean to say, suffocating for us, and I don't think so we can survive very comfortably in that temperature, because we got habituated to this climate, isn't it, children? Okay, and when we talk about Vostok station in Antarctica, that was in minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. Minus means what? Extreme coolness. Minus, when the temperature is going into minus, that shows the extreme coolness. Okay, children, so it's minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. So you can imagine, children. So as we know that already, we have learned in the previous lessons and in the previous classes, the places which are placed in the Antarctic region, that will be completely freezed. Those places are completely freezed. Understood? So I have shared the image also. Just you can check, children, how the area is. Vostok station in Antarctica. Is that clear to you? Okay. Temperature can be calculated in negative as well as positive degree. Okay, sorry, positive degree Celsius. Okay, so if the temperature is in positive, means it's getting hotter and hotter. If it is in minus, means it's getting cooler and cooler. Understood, children? So the temperature is recorded in minus degree, positive and negative. So the temperature, the normal human temperature is 37 degree Celsius. So what is the normal human temperature? 37 degree Celsius. Is that clear to you? Okay. Next, if the temperature falls below, when water reaches the temperature at 100 degrees Celsius, it starts boiling. So when you take a water in a container, and if you start boiling it, if it goes to 100 degrees Celsius, it starts boiling, and it will be very, I mean to say, the temperature will be very high, and it will be very heat, isn't it, children? Very hot. Okay, and if it goes to 0 degree, and the same water, if you put it in a fridge, after getting cool, if you put it in a fridge, and if you freeze it for 0 degrees Celsius, it turns into ice, isn't it? It turns into ice. So the minimum temperature is minus 273.16 degrees Celsius, and the temperature can't go below that. Is that clear? What is the minimum? The least minimum temperature is minus 273.16 degrees Celsius, and the temperature can't go below that. So that you can imagine, if any place is having the temperature, recorded the temperature at minus 273.16 degrees Celsius, so the area will be completely frozen. So it will be highly impossible to survive there. Is that clear to you? Okay. So if the temperature falls below 0 degrees Celsius, then it is recorded in minus X degree Celsius. So that if the temperature goes below 0 degree, it is denoted as minus X degree Celsius, or 0 degree Celsius, right? Okay. Now here is a small activity, children. The same thing what I have shared for your homework also. Clearly in the last slide, I have mentioned your homework with including the page number and everything. So you have to complete that. You should be able to answer the questions. Okay. Questions will be like just beside that table only. You just check it in the textbook. You'll find the question. So after going through the table, keenly, you have to answer to that question. So the same activity I've shared here also. So how cold does it usually get in November in Hyderabad? So you have to just check the table. Okay, which month has the highest temperature in Hyderabad? What is the difference between the highest maximum temperature and the lowest minimum temperature in Hyderabad? What is the maximum temperature in January in Hyderabad? What is the difference between the maximum and minimum temperature in May? So these all questions you have to answer it, right, children? Okay, next. So we know that, so the temperature differs from place to place. Okay, so what about the places which are located near the seashore and which are located at a higher altitude? That means at the top of the mountain and at the bottom of the mountain. And what about the places which are situated very far away from the seashore? So the places which are very close to the seashore, there the temperature will be very moderate. There the temperature will be very moderate. Okay, and the places which are very far from the seashore, generally the sea means it will not get affected, influenced by the seashore, children. And in the same way, the temperature also differ from the places which are placed at the bottom and which are places at a higher altitude. Is that clear to you? So okay, now, so the same slide again, it is been repeated, children. You can just cross check it. Okay, so here one more slide, one more activity is there. Here two tables are there. One is of the average temperature, sorry, average monthly temperature recorded for Panaji and average monthly temperature recorded of Hyderabad. So you have to compare and you have to answer to the questions. Is that clear to you? The same thing is there in the textbook also. Please do check it first. Okay, don't get confused and repeatedly post the messages. Please do check that, and then again if you have any confusion, then again view the video once again so that you'll get a clear cut picture of it. Okay. Okay, so let's take a small example of moderate and extreme climate. In some places like Panaji, you know that Panaji is situated in Goa. It means it's very near to the seashore. So as it is very closer to the seashore, it becomes very difficult for the sun to heat the water of the sea and to cool down. Okay, so this is the reason why the climate always remain moderate in the places which are situated near the seashores. Is that clear to you, children? They are called as moderate climate. So throughout the year, the climate remains moderate only because it becomes very difficult for the sun to heat the water of the sea, and this at the same time it becomes very difficult for the sun to cool the water of the sea. So the climate always remain moderate. So this is the reason why it is called as moderate climate. Okay, next. So what about the places which are situated away from the seashore? So it will not affect, it will not influence the, so the influence of a sea will not affect these type of areas. Is that clear to you? Okay, so next, extreme climate. What do you mean by extreme climate again? The temperature rises very high and heats up the air in the summer season, and the temperature falls down and cools the air in a winter season. This is called the extreme climate. Okay, so it becomes very easy for the sun to heat up the air during the summer season and to cools down during the winter season. So that type of climate is called the extreme climate. Okay, so now let's talk. So as we know that as we go to the higher altitude, the temperature decreases. Okay, so here it's a small example. So if we talk about Shimla and Ooty, children, so generally during summer season everyone will love to visit hilly stations. Is that clear to you, children? Why? Because there the temperature will be very cool, the climate will be very cool, the temperature will be very low during summer also, because they are placed at a higher altitude. This is the reason why during summer season many of them will plan for a tour, isn't it, to the hill stations. Why? Because there we can enjoy the climate to avoid the heat, to avoid the heatness of the climate in our particular state. What we will do, we'll plan some tour to other states like hilly stations where there the temperature will be very cool and we can enjoy the climate also. Why it's very cool in Ooty and Shimla? Because they are placed at a higher altitude. Is that clear to you? So I've shared the pic also, just you can have a look, children. Next, height and temperature. In summer season, most of the people, as I already explained you, so will move to the like Ooty and Shimla because they are placed at a higher altitude. Altitude is nothing but height. Okay, so now Delhi and Delhi and Shimla. Okay, now we'll talk about Delhi and Shimla. So why the graph, it shows the average monthly temperature which was recorded in Delhi and Shimla. Is that clear to you? So the graph shows the average monthly temperature of Delhi and Shimla. The temperature of Shimla will be less as compared to the Delhi. Why like that? Because Shimla is placed at a higher altitude. Okay, if we calculate from the sea level, okay, if we calculate from the sea level, so Delhi is placed at the elevation angle of 200 meters above from the sea level. Okay, whereas Shimla is placed at the 2200 meter above the sea level. So this is the reason why the climate of Shimla will be very cool as compared to the Delhi. Okay, the temperature falls about 6 degrees Celsius for every 1000-meter increases in elevation. Okay, now inversion. The cool temperatures are found near the ground level in winter season. We can see dewdrops in the grass due to the condensation. So what exactly it is, children? During the winter season, you might have seen the dewdrops. Okay, in the image also I've shared what exactly the dewdrops are, the water droplets. Okay, so you can find on the grasses. Why? Due to the condensation. The condensation is what, children? Water getting evaporated is evaporation, right? When a water vapor turns into water, that is called condensation. Is that clear to you, children? So that is known as inversion. So here you can see the image. The cool temperature are found near the ground level in winter season. We can see dewdrops on the grass due to the condensation. The cooler temperature near the ground level are due to the lesser amount of insolation received. So why in the ground level, like I see, the cooler temperature will found near the ground level? Because due to the insolation. Insolation means what, children? The solar radiation what we received from the sun to the earth. Is that the solar radiation what we receive from the sun to the earth? Okay, and excessive radiation due to the longer night. So during the winter season, what happens, children? It becomes very like the amount of solar radiation what we receives on the earth is lesser due to the shorter days, and winter like nights will be very long, so excessive radiation will be there. Is that clear to you, children? Next, Nigeria. Temperature in places near and from the equator. As we all know that in the previous classes also we have learned the places which are located near the equator, equatorial region. So there the temperature will be very high. Why like that? Because the sun rays which falls on the equator, it will be directly. So the sun rays falls directly on the equatorial region. So the temperature remains very high throughout the year. So Nigeria, so you can see it is located in the northern part of equator and is often referred as the Rain of Africa. Population of Nigeria is approximately 174 millions. It is the most populous country in Africa and the seventh most populous country in the world. Latitude and longitude of Nigeria are 10 degree north and 8 degree east respectively. Is that clear to children? So here what happened, as the Nigeria is located in the equatorial region, the sun rays falls directly on it, so the temperature remains high throughout the year. Okay. Next, equatorial regions like Indonesia are very hot throughout the year and they don't have winter season. Okay. So if we move from north to south from equator, it becomes cooler and the place will have separate summer and winter season. Okay. Now temperature map. So if you see this map, what I've shared it shows the temperature, okay, of our country. India is a vast sprawling country and the temperature varies at different places. We can use temperature maps to find out the hotter and the colder places. So generally if we want to know that which place are very cool or which place are very hot, the climate, where the climate will be very cool or where the climate will be very hot, if by seeing the like having a look on the map, we can make out, children. Average temperature is the average maximum and minimum temperature of the month. In India, the average temperature is 30 degrees Celsius in the month of January. So what it is recorded, the average maximum temperature and minimum temperature of the month in India, the average temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So neither hot, neither cool. That is average. Okay. Which is recorded in the month of January. So here I have shared one more activity, children. Just you have to like look at the table and answer to the questions. That is also I've shared it for your homework in the last slide. You can just check out, children. Okay, so the questions are, in which of these 6 cities does the sun rises first? You have to check the timings, right? In which of these cities does the sun set last? Do the cities that are farther north have longer or shorter daytimes than the cities to the south? What is the daytime in Nagpur? What is the daytime in Vishakhapatnam? What is the daytime in Agra? So it's very simple, children. You have to just look out the table and just answer to that questions. Okay, now the last slide is for your homework, children. So you have to complete page number 25 table 1, 26 table 2 and 30, that is the last slide, means like just before slide what we have shown, I have shared with you. So that slide. So these all you have to answer it, take the screenshot of it and add it to your Google Classroom. It's very easy. Just you have to log in with your class code, children, attach the file and just send it to me. Okay, is that clear to you? And I want 100% response, children. I don't want any defaulters. Okay, is that clear to you, children? Okay, so I'm going to just sign off the class, children. Thank you for being connected with me.